Guys, welcome to TechRate.in. Today we're gonna review a very special device that's Motorola's Moto E. I know we are a bit late though since we couldn't get hands-on over this device, but finally we have got this unit for the review. This phone was recently launched in India for a price of Rs 6999 and is only available on Flipkart exclusively. Let's have a look at the device itself. The Moto E is based on the same design as the Moto G and Moto X. We have the Moto G with us. We can see how similar they are in terms of design and handling. Moto E, seems to be a bit thicker in terms of thickness. Weighing at 142 grams, the Moto E is compact and easy to hold and feels quite good in hand. The screen is 4.3 inch with resolution of 540 by 960 pixels. That's covered with Corning Gorilla Glass 3. The display is excellent with great viewing angles for a budget phone, and the size feels just about right for day-to-day functionality of the device. As you can see, the buttons are on the right, that's the bottom screen itself, the back, home and the multitasking button, which eats up some of the screen. On the right side, we can see the volume rockers and the power unlock button. Just below the display, we have the speakers, which interestingly Motorola has put in front this time. On top, they have missed out the front camera this time, but there is an LED notification light. On the back, you can see we have a 5 megapixel fixed focus camera and the Moto logo below it. Clearly missing out the flash option this time for restricting the budget. On top, there is a 3.5mm headphone jack and secondary noise cancellation, and below we have the main microphone with USB charging slot. The back cover is a smooth plastic, although it feels rubberized and it is a little prone to fingerprints. It comes in various colors called as the Motorola shells that are easily available in the market. The back cover is removable, and here we can see the large 1980 mAh battery, which is non-removable. On these sides we have the dual SIM slots, which will take in micro SIMs with both 2G and 3G capabilities. The storage in this device is 4GB internal, hence we have the micro SD slot where you can upgrade it to 32GB. Now, we have been using this device for quite some time, and based on our usage, this phone delivered some great performance. On the inside, it has got a dual-core Snapdragon 1.2 GHz processor with an Adreno 302 GPU, and it packs in 1GB of RAM, which is a big plus point. Generally in this price bracket, phone tends to be stuck at 512 MB RAM, but that's not the case with this phone. The phone is quick and the touch is quite responsive, no problem with that. And as we slide down the notification bar, we see a bunch of features. Let's get into the settings and see about phone. We can see Android 4.4.2 KitKat, that's the latest version of OS, which makes it a distinct frontrunner for the budget under 10,000. Also, let me remind you, 4.4.3 is on the way. This week or maybe next week, you may go ahead and update your device. As for the storage, we have 4GB internal, but only 2GB is available for users, which might be a problem for some, as then it will get difficult to get big apps or games installed. But the expandable capability of 32GB may be a help. As we go into the menu, we see a very stock Android feel and no bloatware whatsoever, except for a couple of Motorola apps like Moto Assistant, Migrate and Alert, which may be a great help while you migrate your old phone's data into this one. The dialer is very simple in stock, as we have missed call and call logs here, and just below we have the stock dialer. The keyboard is the stock Android keyboard with swipe facility, and typing is simpler even on landscape. Motorola has gone with a Chrome browser as the default one. Let's see how it performs. We'll start up our website and open up a post. The display is bright, the touch is very responsive, no lag at all. Even pinching in and zoom is decent. Let's have a look at the landscape mode. The transitions are very smoother, and I don't find any problem with text representation as well. Let's go ahead and look at the camera. It comes with a 5 megapixel fixed focus, which is decent for casual flicks. We don't expect to be a great, and obviously due to lack of flash, low light images are dull. We have the usual settings as the previous Motorola phones used to have. We played some basic games like Subway Surfer and Temple Run, which ran very smoothly. Even high-end games like Asphalt were handled very well by the device. That's the courtesy of good RAM and Adreno 302 GPU. The advantage Moto E over Moto G is the front-facing speakers, which make it convenient for music and especially watching videos. Also, the speaker is very good, loud enough. Let's start up a video. It does support 1080p videos, and the overall video quality is awesome. We gotta say that while we were using this phone, we never felt that we were running out of battery anytime. Its 1980 mAh battery handles everyday tasks very smoothly, and definitely with medium usage, you can get almost 2 days of battery with this phone, which is brilliant in today's time. Even multitasking on this phone was very good, and we never experienced any lag in switching between apps. Overall, we think this phone ticks most of the boxes than it compared competitors, and inarguably the phone is the best in the price segment. Also to mention, Flipkart sold out almost 80,000 units of Moto E within 2 hours of its launch. So certainly, it has lured the buyers with its offerings. We can say that it is a phone for someone who's new to Android and it's trying to switch from a feature phone and wants to taste Android without spending much. We would definitely recommend this phone for the buyers looking for a decent phone under 10,000. Excellent build quality, great processor with 1GB RAM, and guaranteed update. And all you pay is ₹6999. But we never expected this from Motorola, but it has done it once again. The only shortcomings you might find is the lack of flash for the rear camera. But nowadays users tend to use flash as torch, and it might itch a bit for some because of this lack of front camera. Means you won't get video call or selfies from this one. But apart from that, no complaints whatsoever. This was our take on Moto E. Well, this is TechRaid, bidding you goodbye. Till then, stay tuned and stay connected. Thank you.